Hello folks and welcome to another new series here on the channel. You asked for it and here it is. We're going to be playing Train Station Simulator, do a full playthrough of one of the scenarios on the game. If you don't know what this game is, I did have a first look at it a couple of weeks ago. Somewhere up in the top corner will be the link to that, so you can go and have a look at my first look. I've also been playing it a little bit over on Twitch, but we need to get it over here onto YouTube. You need to be able to have a proper look at it. So let's get a game set up. So we're going to do a full campaign mode that runs from the 1970s through to 2010, which gives us 60 in-game days. So we'll do campaign mode number 1. There are loads of different campaigns we could do, including some really quite short ones that stick in different decades. And I guess that adjusts the difficulty, so it can get harder. So we're doing one of the easy ones because, you know, I'm an idiot. So let's start with this one. If we manage to do it successfully, then obviously we can then move on and try some of the more complicated ones at a later date. So we start in 1970. We're just going to pause the game because we need to set up our timetable and we're running out of time to do it because you have to get the timetable set up by 5 AM. So we start in 1970. We've got this big empty field with space for expanding into additional lines. We've got one line in at the moment with a very short platform and no facilities of any kind really. So our job is to build this up into being a serviceable train station whilst making a profit, and also, as I've learnt from playing through this on stream, not getting too carried away because as we get into the future decades, into the 80s, 90s, the 2000s, we have advances in technology. So if we make the mistake I've made on stream, where I build all 8 tracks during the 70s and have this massive, all singing, all dancing 1970s station, all that happens when we get to the 80s is we have to knock half of it down, and that costs us some pennies. So we're going to try and be a little bit conservative with how we do things. Oh, it looks like the timetable's already set up for us, so we may as well, while we've only got the one track, just leave the timetable set up how it is. We have got a few of these trains have 3 carriages and we've only got space for 2. So I think our first order of business is probably just going to be to extend these platforms just so that the trains that we've got can at least run, so that we get them get as many people in as possible. And now we just need to get the rest of our station built. So we need to get some flooring in so people can make it to the roads once the trains start arriving. So let's just floor this entire area. So we're not going to build a massive station just yet. Let's spend £5 on flooring that bit. There you go. Our first train is arriving and people are going to be able to make it to the street at least, which is a positive. We're just going to stick a little bit of wall on there as well. People don't just march straight in off the street. And then we probably need doors are expensive. Just the one door then. So we'll stick a door there. So was that a door? Is that even open? Oh yeah, it opens up to the street. So we've now got a door in as well. And then the last thing we need to get for a very, very basic station is a way for people to be able to buy tickets, because obviously we need them to be able to buy tickets. So right by the door, we're just going to stick a ticket booth at the end of that line. So now we have a basic train station where at least people can arrive, they can come in off the streets and they can buy tickets. So we're a very clean station at the moment. We have a track, but obviously we're not making any money yet. We've only had 6 passengers. So I think what I'm going to do is start throwing some money around and start getting some infrastructure in place. So I'll probably take out the loans that we need to be able to do this, but we need to get some people in. So at the moment we don't have any way to get people in on buses, or we've not got any underground, we've got no trams set up. So I think we need to give people a way to get to our station. So let's add in some city transit. So we want a commuter bus stop, which we're going to stick right there. So we now have a way for commuters to arrive. We're also going to stick the CityLink bus stop next to it, and we're going to slap in the National bus stop as well. And I'm just going to start taking out some loans. Let's get our $400,000 loan and stick in the rest of our city transit stuff that we need as well. So we want our tram station down here. Where'd you put that? Does it go there? So we have our tram station. Go away, Tips. You're in the way. And we want our other tram station next to that, but we need that stupid tip thing to get out of the way so that we can actually do that. There we go, so we have those trams coming in as well. We'll stick our VIP. We just want to get everything in. I don't mind throwing a bit of money around in advance. There you go, we've got bike parking as well, a taxi rank. How much is the underground station? 200. Let's get that in as well. There you go, we have every piece of transit set up. So we're now going to set up our timetables for our city transit, which we need to make sure it matches up fairly close to it. So our first of the day needs to be commuters. So let's, for now, let's just get people able to come in and out of the station. There are ways to optimize this. We're not really optimizing it at the moment. And then we'll just do that the other way around. So that we have people turning up at both ends of the day. Awesome. Underground's going to come in as well. So we now have lots of people able to get into our station. But our station's already becoming a mess. So we need to hire a cleaner. Cleaner, you're a cleaner. So we're going to hire you. We're going to go straight in and hire 3 cleaners. So you're going to work midnight to 8 AM. You're going to work 8 AM to 4 PM. And you're going to work 4 PM to midnight. They're even shifts, aren't they? Oh, you probably don't want to go all the way through to 8 PM. That's a little harsh. There you go, so we've got cleaners. Right, people need the toilet. So, let's get another loan. Let's get 300 grand now. We could bankrupt ourselves fairly quickly. I'm going to try not to. Right, let's put some more of this flooring in and start working out where our next trains, where we're going to have a gap between tracks. So the gap is going to be there somewhere. So let's just fill the rest of this out. Boom. And now stick a toilet in, and the toilet's going to sit in this little gap somewhere, because we're not going to have a train line going through there. So let's go whole hog straight away and go for the large one. Large toilet, and we're just going to stick it there, because that will then be in between those 2 tracks. So all these people who are whining about being able to go to the toilet can now go to the toilet. Are we making any money yet today? So we're making a little bit of money. So we're good for cleanliness, we're good for transit. We need to get some bins in, because that's going to stop. It's going to stop people making quite so much of a mess as they are. So let's get some bins along here. Some bins along next to the toilet as well. And hopefully people won't be quite so messy if there's bins everywhere. So we have some bins. What else do we need? We need a way for people to spend some more money. So at the moment, all they can do is buy tickets to the train, but we need to give them something to do when they're not getting on a train. We're trying to make things vandal-proof as much as possible at the moment, because we haven't got any police staff in. Although that being said, all of these food truck things, none of it's vandal-proof. It's going to cost a fortune to get something that's vandal-proof. We could go whole hog and go lounge bar straight away, which is going to cost a lot of money, but does give people the opportunity to spend some money too. Right, let's get some vending machines in, because they're cheap. They're cheap. They could get smashed up, but they're cheap. So now we've got some of those in. First thing we need to do is get some police officers in. So we're going to hire 3 police officers as well, and stick them on the same shift pattern as the cleaners. Attention, please. So you can go there, you can do that shift. Marvellous. So we now have police on there. We're just going to stick some more flooring down there, just because we've got to keep it symmetrical. And stick a wall in so that so the vandals can't just charge in off the street and smash the vending machine straight away. That's what I'm trying to avoid there. And let's stick another vending machine next to it. Why is there so much rubbish on the floor there? And then a few more vending machines to give people a way to spend some monies, because we want them spending. There you go, we're starting to bring in a little bit of vending income now there. We don't have any information or comfort in our station yet though, and I guess those are things that are both quite important. So let's get some chairs in. for comfort. Now, where's our next platform? Where's our next train line going to be? It's going to go up there. In fact, I'm just going to stick that in. Let's stick another line in. I'm just going to put it right up level with the one that we've already got. So I know that's costing us a huge. Are we not able to just? So this that we've just spent money on, we've got to get rid of straight away, so we can get the rest of our line in, and then put that on the end, because then overnight tonight. So right now we can get a couple of extra. Oh, we need a control room to. No, so more tracks than we've got now. We'd need a control room, but we can. So we still can't get all the trains on by the looks of it. All that's done is given us one extra train. That is rubbish. Huh. Oh well. So we're just not going to run that commuter one in the middle of the day. Well, we probably do need some commuter ones late in the day, so we'll stick that commuter one on. So we've not got a national there. We do have a national up there. Can we turn that off and get one later? No. Oh well. That's a bit of a blow. What were we doing? We were putting seats in. In fact, we should put the platform. Put some platform down for that. Can we do that? We can. So we can put platform over the top of flooring, but we can't put train tracks over the top of flooring for some reason. Where did the platform go? Is that the right way round? It is, I think. Yeah. So now we have two. Did I put the toilets in the wrong place? Because that's going to come. I've put the toilets in the wrong place. We're never going to run track 3. Track 3. In my experience, you can get all the way through to like the early 2000s and never need to have all of the tracks running. So we'll just miss that one out, I think. Right, let's get some seats in, because comfort was an area we needed to improve. So now people are going to have places to sit down between the two platforms, because I'm nothing if not a comfortable man. So get those all the way down there. How does that do on there? So we've got a little bit of comfort now. We do need to get some information in our station. So basic stuff. We need a clock. Let's get a clock at the end of that line. Just there. We'll stick another one there. We want people to know what the time is. What else can give us information? Do we want ticket machines? We probably don't. We do need a board to let people know what's happening. So if we stick that, where can we stick a board that's not going to be completely in the way? I kind of want it at the end of these chairs, but I can't get it in the middle, which makes me sad. So we'll perhaps put two back to back like that, so people know what's going on with their information. We can have an information point, which we'll put here, maybe. Don't really know what an information point is, but we'll stick one in there and one in there. And we've already got a clock. We could stick some public telephones in there. Mailbox. Don't really know why we need a mailbox in our station, but let's stick one in anyway. So we'll make people come all the way over. Oh, we don't want them to go over there. We'll stick it there for mailbox. So, how are we still on 0 information? We're littering this place with information. Do they give... Right, decorations give us information. So let's get some decorations in, because we've got all these gaps that we've left specifically to put decorations in. So if we stick decorations between all of these, just so people have a bit of pretty plant life in their station. There we go. Is that giving us some information now? It has. Marvellous. So we still need to... I mean, I'm not going to worry too much about size at the moment and number of tracks, because we want to save that for when we get further into the future. Let's speed time up a little bit. So we need to start bringing in some money. So we made 84 grand on ticket sales in our first day, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. But we didn't make anywhere near enough money on vending. So I think our focus for the rest of today needs to be on getting people spending a bit more money on other stuff while they're in the station. So if we go to our facilities, we can stick in a food station. which I might just cover this whole area in stuff. I wish I put the toilets the other way around now. And not worry about putting any more tracks in this and just build the next part of the station over here when we get to that point. So let's put in a food station just there, which is going to allow people to spend some more money. And stick a bar next to it. Oh, we haven't got enough money for the bar. Let's take another loan. Kev loves a loan. Where's the bar? Bar? Lounge bar. So a lounge bar can go in there. Let's get some information stands. Oh, there's so much rubbish around. We need to get some more bins in. So get some bins around our new shiny area so it stays nice and shiny. Can we put bins on the other side as well? No, we can't. So let's stick them there.
Attention, please.
So we've got lots of bins in. Should help our cleanliness improve again, because our cleanliness has gone down to 0. And then I'm going to stick a wall down here. I'm going to say for now, this is our station in this decade. A third track would probably be helpful. Oh, we're on a new timetable. Right. Let's set up our new timetable. If we can't, but then we need a control room if we have a third track. Let's see how close we can get to running everything. So we can't run that commuter one if we run those, but we can run that commuter one. Then we lose a city link there. Those two are the same. We don't need to run both of those. I mean, I can live with that as a timetable. As long as we're making money. How much money did we make in Wow! We made a lot of money on ticket sales on day 2. That is a ridiculous amount of money to be making. We're still not making much on vending though, so we need to get people spending more. Right, we were looking at putting in information, weren't we? Should we stick a food truck in? How much? So these food trucks are fairly cheap, and they're just going to be another way to get people to spend money. So if we stick that one in, we've got a coffee stand as well, and then another food truck.
Attention, please.
Some more vending machines along here as well. Get people spending money when they're over there. So you get the rich people coming over here for the fancy area, and we've got the vending machines over there for the poor folk. We need to stick some bins in as well so they don't get destroyed. And where's the money being spent? So we need information still. Let's increase our information. Now I think, yeah, newspaper stands are the way to increase information, or information stands. So we haven't got any information stands at the moment. So let's get some information stands in. We probably want them fairly... I don't really want them all the way down here, because people aren't going to go all the way down there to get their information. That being said, we just want points. Let's get the newspaper stands in as well. Can we not afford another one? So we've got some newspaper stands down there. Right, we're now full on information. We're full for everything that we want to be full on at the moment. So our next plan needs to be adding a new track. But have we built ourselves into a situation when we can't really do that? Unless, of course, we just add them down here. So we could add a third track and just bring it up to there. And extend the station down a little bit. That's then going to give us some more station size as well. So let's stick that in there. Stick the stopper thing on the end. What? Stick the stopper thing on the end. Build. Oh, we need a control room. Okay. This is going to cost us some money. So, control room.
This is a safety announcement.
I'm just going to try and stick it somewhere. I mean, it's a bit unsightly there. But the control room can just go back to back with the toilets. That's fine. And then we can stick the stopper on.
The terminal will reopen at 5 a.m.
Did we just make an absolute ton of money again? Oh, another 200 grand day. That's ridiculous. Right, let's just pause quickly. Go away, timetable. Because now we might be able to get all three of these running. So use track 3 to fill in the gaps. And now we have the entire timetable full, which is exactly what we need. We are going to have to extend some of these bits down a little bit and give people somewhere to walk. But importantly, the timetables are sorted. Which way round is that? Train platform. Is that the right way round? It is. So let's just extend this down as well. And bring this down. And of course bring our walls down because we don't want people getting in that way. One thing that's just occurred to me, over here we've got all this, in fact we've got some money we can make down here, so let's just make money with these shipping containers. We've got all these people who have to walk all the way up around the road. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. It would be nice to have another door over this side somewhere, but I guess we'll pick our battles a little bit at the moment. I don't like being so far away from what's going on doing these shipping containers. They earn us $5 a go though. Need to make sure we are still generating as much. Where did it all go? Oh, so the next one's come in. We took so long with that one before. So are we still generating ticket sales? We are. So we've now got the extra track. The size of our station is still pretty small, so we could expand down this way. But I don't, like I said before, I don't want to expand too far down because we're only on day 4. The 1980s don't start until about day 15, and then we get new updated tracks. So we kind of want to just get our station built up to the point where it will do to just generate a big pile of cash throughout the rest of the 70s, and then we kind of just let the game play itself for a little while, probably between videos, and then we'll come back when we hit the 1980s and make the updates that we need to make then. But we'll just do the rest of these. So we've reached maximum passengers in the station. This is a problem because this is when they start paying less for tickets, because ticket prices are kind of voluntary. At the moment it's not causing a problem. We are still piling in the money, which is awesome. I mentioned I've been playing this on Twitch. I've never had a $200,000 day on Twitch. That would have been a good day on my Twitch station. I don't really know what I did wrong over there, but we are bringing in the money massively over here. And we're still not getting much in vending. Look, three trains in at a time. What a hero. We need some seating down here, I think. Let's do the last one of these containers. Or the last 2 of those. While we wait for that day to end, I think we might even have enough money to pay off some of these loans soon, which will be very cool. The goal is really we want all our infrastructure in place and then pay off all the loans by the time we hit the end of the 70s. So is our timetable still set up? It is. Awesome. Right, how are we doing on other stuff? So tracks we're not going to extend now. Size we're probably not going to extend either. So we just need to pretty up the rest of this station. Where would track 4 go if we did it? It will come up there. So when we hit the 80s, we're going to knock this wall down and stick in track 4. But it does mean that in this area here, we could put another row of chairs, the option for more people to come in there and spend some money again. Right, we need a construction worker because we've got a crack on our platform there. So let's just hire them, stick them on the same shift pattern that everyone else is working on. So 8 AM through to 4 PM. And then 4 PM through to midnight. And then, what are they? Medical people. We may as well just hire medical people as well. We haven't had a medical emergency yet, but we probably don't want to wait until we have one before we hire our first paramedic. So let's just get medical people on around the clock as well. Oh, we can hire a manager for our cargo trains. We want to do that. And just get him working. Yeah, just work 7 till 3. That's fine. Now we don't have to do the cargo trains ourselves anymore, which is also handy. Right. We still need to try and figure out a way to create some more money from vending. So, what facilities are there we could have that we don't yet have? We don't have a fresh fruit stand. So, should we put a fresh fruit stand down here? Do we really? I mean, we could put it out there maybe, stick some fresh fruit there. We can have somewhere for the passengers to have their shoes shined, which obviously is massively important to all our passengers. Let's stick the shoe shine man just there. We've got information centres, we've got toilets, we've got the lounge room, so we've got everything on that page. Have we got everything on here? We don't have a candy ball machine or a photo booth. So let's add in a photo booth. The photo booth can go there. And we'll stick a candy ball machine there as well. And then just to finish off this little section, we want to put some benching in, which we kind of want to have it go like that.
Attention, please.
So that eventually people can look at it from both sides. That's my thinking. Because eventually there'll be platform all the way down there. Ah, I did that one wrong. I messed up my pattern. Right, no, I'll just kill that one. It's fine. My pattern's more important than money. So now we can stick some decorations in between each of these.
Thank you.
And some bins down here as well, so it doesn't get destroyed. Did I not leave any room for bins anywhere else? Some bins there. Stick some bins at the end. That actually looks a little bit messy. Kind of don't like that. What was that timetable warning? Ha! We're on a new timetable. God, I always ran out of time. That would have been a disaster. Right, can we just stick every train on again? No. Right, have we got to do some fiddling with this to find a way to make it work? So let's do it in order of importance. So we want our commuter trains because they earn a lot of money. We also want our national trains. CityLink. Why can we not fit that on there? So there's no way to run these two commuter trains at the same time, which I suppose isn't a disaster, but it is going to cost us some money. So we can run everything apart from the second commuter train just there. I guess we run everything apart from the second commuter train. Well, I don't know at what point during that session my face disappeared. I'm not proud of myself that I was that into a train station simulator game that I didn't notice that the camera had gone off. But I think we are actually at a pretty good point to end today's video anyway, because this station is pretty much taking care of itself at this point and will take care of itself through the rest of the 70s. So we're going to kind of leave it to do that. If anything particularly spectacular happens, then we'll come back to it and show you what happens. But really, I think we're probably going to start the next episode at the start of the 80s, which will probably be about 10 days further down, I think. So we should have a big pile of cash. We should have paid off most of these loans. In fact, we could probably pay most of them off right now. We might have prettied things up a little bit more, but really for now the priority is just generate as much cash as possible and hit the 1980s and get ready to expand this station. So hopefully you have enjoyed that. If you have and you're looking forward to the rest of this series, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily gaming videos, and thank you very much for watching.